Right now, the woman accused of killing a Middleton car salesman takes the stand in her homicide trial. Her answer when asked why she pulled the trigger.
We've had stormy conditions for the past 24 hours and more rain is on the way. How much you can expect in your neighborhood.
And problems continue for residents at one Beloit community under renovation, what they've gone through and how management is making a fix. It's all ahead on News 3 now at 10. And we begin with day 2 of the murder trial against a woman accused of shooting and killing a Middleton car salesman last spring. It was reportedly over a dispute about a vehicle she had recently purchased at MSI Auto Sales. 24-year-old Jakira Anderson took the stand today to testify in her own defense. She's been charged with first-degree intentional homicide in the death of Kausu Samba. Anderson had recently purchased the car from the dealership located on Parmenter Street in Middleton, but wasn't happy with the purchase. She says certain features weren't working, so she returned to the dealership. According to court documents, she wanted to try to get her money back or exchange that vehicle. One of Samba's coworkers says he had been dealing with Anderson for over an hour and asked her to leave. Surveillance video shows Samba trying to get Anderson out the door, gesturing for her to leave. Anderson says this made her feel threatened, and that's when the deadly gunshot was fired.
Why did you pull the trigger?
I didn't mean to. I don't remember meaning to. I don't remember actually needed to pull the trigger. I feel like it happened like a reflex.
Anderson's lawyers don't dispute the shooting, but say it was an act of self-defense. She was arrested 2 hours after that shooting. When asked then what she was planning to do with the gun, she reportedly told police she pulled it out to scare Samba, but wasn't trying to use it. Jurors will be back in court tomorrow to hear closing arguments. Madison police officers on the city's North District are finally wearing body cameras. This marks the first week in a 3-month body cam pilot program. Now officers will fill out questionnaires after their shifts for the researcher to analyze. Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes says they've had the cameras since the beginning of the month, but took time to train staff on how to use them and also access the video footage.
It's been pretty regular. It's intuitive, very relatively easy to use. It's something that I've seen across the community with conversations, and just to have this build up and to be able to personally take part in this initiative means a lot to me.
The program ends July 14th, and then researchers will present their findings to city leaders. Strong winds from last night's storms left some damage down in Beloit, where the roof of the city's historic pump house building was destroyed. Luckily, no one was hurt here, but the building is now home to a few nonprofits. It was the former home to the water utility that served residents of Beloit back in the 19th century. Crews were busy this morning and afternoon beginning those repairs. We take a live look now. This is the Beltline at John Nolan Drive. Much quieter tonight than it was a night ago around southern Wisconsin. All that rain, but we will see more precipitation coming tomorrow. Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington shares in his first warn forecast. Alex?
Yeah, sure do, Eric. Actually, we have that storm report here showing here on our Doppler track here as of last night. 70-mile-per-hour winds were clocked with that thunderstorm. And that's unprecedentedly strong winds. When you get 70, 80-mile-per-hour winds, not shocked to see damage like that. We had hail and other wind reports, too, across southern Wisconsin. And I actually think we have a picture from one of our viewers, an impressive image here from Monticello of last night's severe storms. You see the striations, those levels in this cloud. This is indicative of a supercellular structure, or at least a storm that's trying to rotate. And this was near Monticello, and want to say a big thank you to Logan Fry for sending us this picture. Logan was out doing some storm chasing last night. Now, in distance from where this is from Beloit, Monticello's off to the west, north and west of Broadhead by about 30 miles, but it was that same storm that moved towards the east and then did some brief spin-ups across southern Wisconsin and then produced that damaging wind in Beloit just south of Janesville. So it was all interconnected there. You even got to see what that photo looked like before things got too dark, before those storms swept over towards Janesville and Beloit. No storms here on Doppler track at all, and as we look across the rest of southern Wisconsin, nothing out there. A sprinkle, can't rule that out tonight, but future track radar, look off towards the north and towards the west. By the time we reach 4 o'clock in the morning, there starts the next weather system that's going to bring rain into southern Wisconsin. Coming up in a bit, I'll tell you just how much you can expect.
All right, Alex, thank you. A long-standing church in downtown Madison is working to transform the community by demolishing its space and building affordable housing in its place. St. John's Lutheran Church on East Washington Avenue will be replaced with a mixed-use project with 130 apartments. 110 of them will be for people earning between 30 and 60% of the area's median income. The project will cost $51 million. City of Madison supporting some of that along with low-income tax credits. The clergy is fundraising for another $3 million, and that includes an event held earlier tonight at the Majestic.
We're tearing down our current sanctuary, but we're really becoming a sanctuary for all people. We're doing this housing so that people from all walks of life, whatever their religious background, can have a safe place where they can come and live and work in the heart of the community that they serve.
Demolition will begin this summer. In the last 20 years, St. John's has been a location for the Porch Light Men's Shelter and Off the Square Club, a drop-in space as well. As rent prices continue to rise and salaries stand still, finding affordable housing here in Wisconsin is becoming less and less attainable. News 3 Now's Maddie Heimsch digs deeper into the issue and takes us inside one apartment complex where these struggles are on display every day.
Over the past several weeks, I've spoken with dozens of tenants at one affordable housing complex who claim they've been forced to endure unlivable conditions and even left with nowhere to stay while their building underwent construction. In March, I took these concerns to upper management.
You know, a lot of these was news to us.
That's Michael Snowden. He's the Senior Vice President of Community Preservation Partners, an affordable housing rehabilitation company. In 2023, CPP signed a contract with Beloit's Woodside Terrace, a community for low-income, elderly, and disabled residents, and initiated what they said would be a cost and hassle-free construction process. The reality?
I was going to really go to a shelter because I know I can get food, bathing, and bed.
When I spoke with Snowden in March, he promised to address the concerns with tenants. So when another tenant reached out to me, I visited her hotel room.
I'm hurt deep down inside because I didn't have any help.
Sharday Barnes claims her hotel stay was not paid for by Woodside Terrace, but by Child Protective Services.
I think I want to do is just play with my blocks.
Who she already receives assistance from to care for her 4-year-old niece, Casey.
I was told that we was going to have places to go and they was going to give us vouchers, but I did not get anything. I didn't get a voucher.
Barnes says when she would attempt to call management for help,
and it rung, no answers.
And she isn't the only one leaving voicemails. Tenants I spoke to weeks ago expressed the same concerns.
She was saying how she's sleeping in her car, and I was like, that is ridiculous. Like, you should call somebody or do something. Like, but who do we call? Nobody answers.
I just hope and pray that we can get some answers and we can get some help.
So I got Snowden back on the phone myself, pushing for an update.
After I saw your story, I actually went out to Beloit. I want to see what the residents see every day.
Snowden told me he was disappointed with what he saw during his visit.
We need to remember that these are people's homes.
Those people's homes are hard to find in a market where supply for low-income housing does not meet demand. A report done by the National Low-Income Housing Coalition in March of 2024 found that Wisconsin is facing a shortage of available and affordable rental properties. The state would need more than 100,000 low-income properties in order for supply to meet demand. The report also found that 72% of low-income renters in Wisconsin suffer a severe cost burden, meaning they spend more than half of their income on housing costs, severely limiting budgets for food, transportation, and childcare. Of Woodside Terrace's 120 units, 116 are home to low-income, elderly, or disabled tenants, several of which told me the complex was one of their only choices when applying for affordable housing in Beloit, making the lengthy displacements even more frustrating. So I asked Snowden if he and his team implemented any new practices after his visit to Beloit.
We've instituted some policies in regard to nightly photographs from our general contractor to our construction management team and myself, just to see the condition of the units.
He claims CPP has scheduled continuous visits to the property.
I've got one of my team members going down in 2 weeks to follow up on my visit.
And as for the rest of tenant concerns,
I just don't want to be living like I'm a homeless person just because they finna upgrade my apartment.
I gave them so many chances to even make it right.
Snowden claims he and his teams are now taking individual calls daily to straighten out the mess that was left for these tenants and provide reliable, affordable, and livable housing. Reporting in Beloit, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
President Biden and former President Donald Trump are locked in a tight race as both registered and likely voters give a bit of an edge to Donald Trump. That's according to the latest Marquette Law School poll released this afternoon. In a survey of 814 registered Wisconsin voters, 51% support Donald Trump, 49% support President Biden. And the Senate race also drawing some attention. Among registered voters, Senator Tammy Baldwin supported by 52%, Eric Hovde, her Republican challenger, 47%. But the poll becomes a dead tie at 50% each when likely voters are surveyed. However, it's important to note this poll has a margin of error of plus or minus 5 percentage points. Police in Madison are investigating a sexual assault that happened last night while a woman was out on a run. She says she was jogging on the Capital City Trail on the city's Near East Side by Olbrich Park when a man slapped her from behind. Happened at 5:30 yesterday evening. She was able to make it safely out of the area and then reported that assault to police. The suspect said to be a white male, reported to be in his early 30s with a shaved head, wearing a black jacket, black shoes at the time. Anyone with information that can help police identify him are asked to call Crime Stoppers 608-266-6014. And an update tonight, the Dane County Medical Examiner identifying the man killed in a shooting last Wednesday night on the city's north side as Andre Rice. The 31-year-old was shot outside an apartment building on Northport Drive. Police arrested and charged 27-year-old Tamar Brianna Beasley with Rice's murder hours later. The two share a child together. Beasley says she shot at Rice after the two got into an argument. She claims he punched her before that shooting. In national news now, the Democratic-controlled U.S. Senate has voted this evening to kill both articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. It comes after House Republicans voted to impeach him earlier this year over his handling of the southern border. Lawmakers today voted 51-49 along party lines. He became the first cabinet secretary to be impeached in nearly 150 years. House Minority Leader, Democrat Hakeem Jeffries, called Mayorkas' impeachment a political stunt. Wisconsin front and center in the newest season of Top Chef. In tonight's episode, familiar to Madisonians. Coming up, how the Dane County Farmers Market became the perfect setting for this week's Top Chef Challenge.
It's our lowest prices of the season at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Right now, shop unbeatable deals on the things you need for spring, like a great range of Scott's and Miracle Grow premium lawn and garden products, including Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed, $59.99 after sale and $10 mail-in rebate. Scott's Grub X Season-Long Grub Killer, $22.99 after sale and rebate. And 2 cubic foot bags of Miracle Grow garden soil, just $9.99. Don't miss our lowest prices of the season in-store or online at farmandfleet.com.
Discover the joy of giving back with Habitat for Humanity and Habitat Restore of Dane County.
I love the cause. I love the people. I love helping the customer with their home projects.
It's a lot of fun. I've made lasting friendships, and you get a sense of accomplishment.
Help build a brighter future. Volunteer today.
Chevy Equinox has been ranked #1 by J.D. Power for dependability and new vehicle quality among compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Qualified lessees can get this Equinox for $269 a month.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Welcome to Badgerscape Design and Landscape. We offer a full range of landscaping services, from design to maintenance. Our professional team is dedicated to meeting all your landscaping needs. Call us at 608-295-1446 or visit badgerscapedesign&landscape.com.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
We warn you first.
We have been talking for days about thunderstorm potential.
That's next Tuesday, so make sure you're aware of that storm system as it moves on in.
First, with the information you need to be prepared and stay safe. First Warn Weather. You're watching News 3 Now at 10. Moving forward.
So if you were at the farmer's market last summer, you may have caught a glimpse of several chefs followed by TV cameras dashing around the Capitol Square. Well, tonight, we finally got to see what those chefs were up to on the latest episode of Top Chef. Our Braden Ross just got back from a watch party for the episode hosted by Destination Madison. And Braden, sounds like the real star of this show tonight was the city of Madison.
Yeah, that's right. Tonight, one of our most beloved Madison staples took center stage. Now, that's the farmer's market. But as contestants are still fighting for the title of Top Chef, many say Wisconsin has already won.
If we're talking Midwest food scenes, Madison is pretty close to the top of the list.
Harvey House is so beautiful.
We've been doing farm to table since before it was like the cool thing to do. We just call it eating, right?
So when Top Chef decided to make Wisconsin its home for the season, a trip to the largest farmers market in the country was a must.
It is unbelievable what we have to offer in terms of fresh ingredients and the way our local chefs and restaurants are taking that inspiration, translating it to the plate.
One of those local chefs, Joe Papich, got to host the chefs in his restaurant, Harvey House, and he got to judge them.
I try to explain, like, we're constantly judging in the restaurants. We're constantly judging ourselves.
But for Papich and thousands of local Wisconsin business owners, the prize is already won.
55% of global travelers say they have visited a place because they saw it featured in a TV show or a documentary. It's reaching people that never maybe would have thought about Wisconsin. They're going to see us differently, and they're going to put us on their list of a place they must travel.
In fact, some Wisconsin businesses are already experiencing the Top Chef effect.
Just since last week when they aired the Frank Lloyd Wright Trail episode, Taliesin has seen a 40% increase in sales. Pleasant Ridge, that had a cheese featured, they were selling one item per minute during the airing of that episode.
I asked Papich if he's ready for it.
Oh yeah, the busier the better.
Now, last week's episode also featured some Madison icons, including the Monona Terrace, and there are still plenty more familiar places to come as the season continues.
Braden, thank you. And brand new, more options for those looking for a late night bite to eat along State Street. Tonight was the start of a new night vending program from 8 p.m. until 2:30 in the morning, Wednesdays through Saturdays. Street vendors will be out selling food in the 700 block of State Street. That's a change from the previous late night vending program, which ran Thursday to Saturday. The number of vendors has also increased from 3 to now 5. Well, the iconic Sunburst chairs that line the Memorial Union Terrace at UW-Madison are back out. That's the unofficial sign that warmer weather will soon be here. Union staff members were out early this morning setting up 2,000 of the colorful chairs. And when the weather is nice, it's hard to find a more popular spot on campus than the Union Terrace. And the chairs add to that character and charm along the waterfront. Meteorologist Alex Harrington is back with us once again, and he joins us with a closer look at his First Warn forecast. Alex?
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, not the next couple days, not the best to get down there to the Monona Terrace and sit on the chairs, but I promise you the weather will turn nicer. I've got that in my forecast for tonight. 3 things that you need to get out of this forecast: breezy overnight, showery on your Thursday, and chilly Friday and Saturday. The showery Thursday and the Friday and the Saturday, again, not the best days to get outside, but it's short-lived. I want to give you the long range here. Friday and Saturday, chilly. Look at that, only 49 for high temperature on Saturday. We were just in the 70s to near 80 degrees, but we'll bounce right back by the time we get to Sunday going out into Monday. Temperatures next week, upper 50s, lower 60s, if not upper 60s, which is where we should be for this time of year. There will be some rain chances, though, to dodge as well. First, to let you know, too, on Friday, after we trade out the showers, a windy day in your Friday. So even though it's going to be 52 with winds gusting 30, 35, 40 miles per hour, you're going to need more than just a light spring jacket on, I think, on your Friday. It'll be a pretty chilly one, although the weekend will eventually make progress, as I just mentioned. Doppler track, nothing out there. A sprinkle or two, not out of the question tonight, but it's as we head a little bit later into the overnight hours that Dane County and all of southern Wisconsin will start to see a few raindrops build back in. You can see that here with our 6-hour future track radar. Watch out towards Viroqua, over towards Prairie du Chien. So head towards 4, 5, 6 o'clock in the morning when you join Kelly in the morning. Kelly will be tracking those showers moving in to southern Wisconsin. This weather system not going to bring heavy rainfall to southern Wisconsin. Quarter, half inch at most. Actually, this just updated a little bit, maybe a little bit lesser amounts expected with some of our later weather models coming in. But let's track it here throughout the day. 6 o'clock in the morning, showers, Lone Rock, Middle Point, the Dells, all of southern Wisconsin covered with showers by the time we get to the lunch hour. So you will need that umbrella tomorrow, and not a very warm day tomorrow. We got to get a couple breaks between the rain shower activity to get those temperatures optimistically into the low to mid 50s if we're lucky. And then things will clear out when you join us tomorrow night. Meteorologist Jacob Montesano will be here tomorrow night for the 10 o'clock show, and we'll be tracking the clearing out of those showers at that point in time. Temperatures again, 49. That's all we're going to do on Saturday, but we rebound a little bit on Sunday, so that'll be the nicer of the 2 days. Winds will be easing up a little bit on Sunday as well. And then we have upper 50s to right around 60 degrees for much of next week. The next chance of thunderstorms will be that following Saturday. We'll keep an eye on that. Weather photos, we've had so many submitted here over the course of the past 24 hours. We always encourage to send us those photos, of course, when it's safe. Steve sending us this photo from southwestern Wisconsin showing those storm clouds rolling in as they inch towards the area right around that 4 o'clock time frame yesterday afternoon. But I wanted to take a couple moments and just call out some of the nice pictures after the storms. Nancy Greenhack showing this pretty photo here. Sunset after the storm from Spring Green. And look at that, a rainbow in the sky. Actually, a little bit of modest cloud activity, too, in the background there. Thanks, James, for sending us that very nice photo. And here we got another rainbow from Platteville. Karen says, hopefully the neighbors found a pot of gold, and I hope you folks were that lucky, too.
And coming up in sports, Wisconsin shut down Minnesota's bats. Why one Badgers performance was unhittable. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $60. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Dear unbreakable spirit, when the terrain is gnarly, you steady us. When obstacles are ahead, you lift us. When the turf is hostile, you inspire us. Own a legend. Toyota Trucks.
Get a new 2024 Tundra Hybrid Capstone for 3.99% APR for 60 months, plus $2,500 cash back. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Like 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings versus Verizon and AT&T. Plus, get one of the latest 5G phones free when you add a line. Experience it all on America's largest and fastest 5G network. At T-Mobile, customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of unlimited for only $30 a line. Switch today.
With Sweeto Metal Roofing, you get quality metal roofs installed by the best in the business. A metal roof means no fading, no storm repairs, true sustainability, and lower energy bills.
Sweeto Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
When a crane collapsed during construction of a Major League sports stadium, 3 workers lost their lives. Their widows called us. When maintenance workers were permanently injured by an industrial accident at a public utilities power plant, the 7 injured workers called us. When a factory exploded, injuring dozens of workers, 18 victims, including all 3 families of men who lost their lives, called us. Because Wisconsinites know who to call when it's a must-win scenario. They call Habish, Habish & Rotier. National reputation, hometown service.
Madison, a new era in golf has arrived. Introducing TPC Wisconsin, an elite golf club with worldwide privileges. Contact TPC Wisconsin today for your exclusive membership.
Shop from the largest selection of Chevy trucks and SUVs in Wisconsin at Bergstrom Chevrolet. All with Bergstrom's negotiation-free upfront pricing, including our exclusive 7-day price protection and money-back guarantees. Stop in or shop and purchase at BergstromChevrolet.com.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a 30-cent fuel saver for every $60. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Layla Edwards took 10 shots in her first Women's World Championship. 10. She scored 6 goals. Talk about making the most of your opportunity. Well, that earned her tournament MVP honors, and all the while she was starring on the ice, Edwards was making history as well. And this experience proved to the Badger forward and the rest of the world that the big stage isn't too big for Edwards.
I kind of rise to the occasion. You know, it was my first time there, but it was no reason to be shy, no reason to hold back. I think just taking advantage of all my opportunities and learning that, you know, I can be the best version and best player I can be.
I knew she had that in her. She's obviously a fantastic player. She's so amazing to watch and a great person in general. But I knew she was going to step it up. She has that in her. She has that it factor, and it was amazing to see it come out at that level.
On the men's side, it didn't take long for Cruz Lucius to find a new home after entering the transfer portal. Wisconsin's leading scorer is headed to Arizona State to join a Sun Devil program that's coming off a 24-win season. Lucius scored 13 goals and tallied 21 assists last year for the Badgers. It was a winner-take-all for the Madcaps, and the Capitals came up short in Game 3 of their best-of-3 series with the Phantoms. Madison's season comes to an end in the USHL playoffs. Wisconsin softball taking on Minnesota in a twin bill this afternoon. Scoreless in the third, but not for long. Hillary Blomberg bounces one to the wall and left to bring home 2, giving the Badgers a 2-0 lead. And that was more than enough run support for Tessa Menyanimo. She was just dealing. 7 innings, 6 strikeouts, and her first career no-hitter. Badgers blank the Gophers 3-0 the final. Wisconsin, though, would lose Game 2. Brewers looking to snap a 3-game losing streak and avoid being swept by the Padres. Crew didn't have a hit until the 7th. 8th inning, though, they're threatening, and Blake Perkins smacks one into left, and Bryce Terang slides on in for what would be the game winner. Brewers win 1-0 the final. And the times have been set for the first 4 games of the first round of the playoffs for the Deer. The Bucks and Pacers will tip off the series on Sunday at 6 o'clock. Game 2 is on Tuesday at 7:30 in Milwaukee. Then, of course, the series shifts to Indianapolis. Giannis now, though, did not practice today. Dame Lillard was there, but just getting some shots up. He did not go live. We're back after this.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
If there's one thing we like, it's choices. Find yours with Ford F-150. Gas, hybrid, or all-electric. Whether it's towing, powering up, or getting from 0 to 60 in 3.8 seconds, what you choose to do with that much power is up to you. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
Choose FlexBuy on F-150 and get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $2,000 FlexBuy cash and $1,000 open bonus cash.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. Trust your home with RG Heating and AC.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $200 at Walmart, over $300 at LensCrafters, and over $200 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird. With the best service, quality, and prices, Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. To help you remember, I made this cheer. V value. A, awesome value. L, lots of value. U, get 2 pairs of free eye exam and anti-glare lenses for only $79.
Get an 11% rebate on everything now at Menards.
Finish your project with countertops from Menards. With elegant to everyday options, we carry everything you need to beautify your home's decor. Get your laminate countertop today starting at $29.98 after rebate. Update your home with flooring from Tarkett. From easy-to-install sheet vinyl, waterproof vinyl plank, to durable laminate flooring, Tarkett has the perfect flooring for you. Aquafloor Premier Laminate Flooring is $269 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Get a great deal and do a great deal of good when you shop at Habitat Restore. From furniture and decor to appliances and building materials, we've got everything you need for your next project. Shop our convenient East and West locations today.
At DePaco, your health and happiness are as important to us as your financial well-being. So when retirement is on the horizon, we'll help ensure you're ready for your next adventure, providing you freedom to focus on what truly brings you joy. Well-being is the key to a life worth loving. So when you think about yours, remember that DePaco can help you be well.
Win a hand-paid jackpot at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells, and you'll have a chance to win a new Jeep Grand Cherokee and a shot at $100,000 in cash. It's the Mega Jackpot Winners Quarterly Drawings going on now at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. Your odds are better here.
Chris Stanford, News 3 Now This Morning. Moving forward.
Tonight. Come on, come on. Daddy owes $454 million to the state of New York.
New Colbert tonight on CBS.
And Alex returns one more time as we take a final check of the forecast.
Yep, more rain in the forecast. You can plan to get wet on your Thursday. If you don't bring the umbrella, the best chance for rain is going to be that late morning hours as we go into the afternoon hours. Just watch that yellow line as we head towards the evening hours, and then as you join us towards the 10 o'clock show tomorrow night, probably dry conditions. So it's a quick burst of rain across the area. I should say not burst. It's going to be just that gentle rain, quarter, maybe a half inch at most across southern Wisconsin, so not heavy rain out of this wet weather system. Then as we go towards the weekend, plan to bundle up. It's going to be chilly Friday, going on into your Saturday. Sunday, there's the rebound. Then you can get the shorts and the short sleeve shirts back out as we head out into next week. But keep that umbrella handy. There's going to be on and off rain shower chances next week, but that's what you would expect in the month of April.
Yeah, we got a couple weeks left before we hit May, and sometimes it's even a little chilly in May, too. But
it can.
Let's hope we're done on this.
Yeah, I hope so.
Thanks for joining us, folks. Have a great night.